What's going on, everyone? Happy Halloween. It's Halloween Eve, so I thought, why not do a good, I wouldn't say good horror film, but we're going to do a film review of two franchises that I barely even reviewed because a lot of people review these things to death, so I've been kind of avoiding them, but I thought, might as well, it's Halloween, might as well talk about Freddy versus Jason. So, yeah, Freddy vs. Jason was released by New Line Cinema August 15th, 2003. It was produced by Sean S. Cunningham, written by Damian Shannon and Mark Swift, and directed by Ronnie Yu, who did films like Fearless, The Bride with White Hair, and The Bride with White Hair 2, Bride of Chucky, and Saving General Yan. This had a budget of $25 million, but it went over budget to $30 million, about $5 million. And yeah, it did. It was moderately successful as far as I heard. I couldn't really find the actual concrete numbers on how much it made, but yeah. So if you're not familiar with Freddy versus Jason, well, Freddy is a child killer who was killed by an angry mob on his Elm Street, and yeah, he started coming back and killing the kids in their dreams. And Jason is a kid who drowned at a summer camp while all the camp counselors are having sex, and basically, yeah, he came back and started killing. The first one, his mom was revenge, and then he started coming back alive and being the undead killer that he is, and killing all the camp counselors around Crystal Lake. So this film puts these two giants together. This was a huge 10-year in the making type of film because, well, one, Freddy's owned by New Line Cinema and Jason's owned by Paramount, so that was a whole legal battle about that. And then there's tons of script rejects, and they kept trying to rewrite a script, and they finally got one. So that's the film we got, and holy shit. I wish they made some of the other ones. The other ones sound way better than what we got. But yeah, so well, Freddy is starting to come back and attack kids on Elm Street again in their dreams, but he's not as strong because he hasn't been around as much. So he has to build his fear. Where Jason, he starts playing with Jason's mind and targeting him, which makes no sense because Jason's not really a teen. He's a big masculine zombie. Why would he be in his dreams? But yeah, so yeah, Jason comes and starts on his killing spree again, which means apparently Elm Street's real close to Crystal Lake. And unless they break the walls again, the rules of the franchises, and they took them to Manhattan, so I could see them going to wherever Elm Street's located. I guess there's an Elm Street near Crystal Lake, though, but let's not think too hard into this. And but yeah, so he goes on a killing spree, killing all these like kids and stuff, and this group of friends are basically out trying to figure out how to bring Freddy into the real world to help end this huge massacre. Yeah. Overall, the kills in this film were pretty well staged and they look pretty cool. There's a lot of good gore effects, and overall, I love how they're shot really nicely and stuff. The cinematography is really good. It was actually shot in Vancouver, so there's a lot of good scenic shots, and they had some cool set designs and things like that in it. But yeah, there's a lot of good kills, a lot of good gore, and overall, some amusing scenes that didn't really make sense to be in this type of film, but it's definitely paying homage to like old A Nightmare on Elm Street films, like when the stoner kid sees Freddy as a slug and stuff, which I don't get. I don't get why film. You can always tell when a filmmaker's never smoked weed before because they'll put some hallucination scenes in this when people are stoned. No, that's if you do acid or if you do tons of shrooms and stuff, then that happens. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, they put them together and a good fight ensues. Now, yeah, so like I said, I like the gore and stuff and all that. And overall, I thought the film was pretty lame, being totally honest. When I was younger, I used to love this movie. I used to think it was the greatest thing ever. And going back watching it after doing like 1,700 film reviews on this channel, I kind of have a different outlook on things. So yeah, but I thought well, first off, the acting is not that great in this movie. It's nothing to be. That doesn't really matter, though, to say the least. Uh, the first half I thought was a better constructed than the second half and stuff. Second half, they kind of forgot all about the lore and stuff like that and just went for it. But yeah, the acting is terrible. The writing is absolutely atrocious in this movie. Like you have um things going on that just don't make sense, and even like with the effects and stuff. So there's like one scene where um Jason is there and the kid's like dreaming and he wakes up and Jason's there and he slices the guy like this, but then the blood splatter shoots this way, like up that way. It's just like physics, people, come on, you gotta at least do that, or else it just clearly looks like a terrible effect and stuff. So like that's just a small grade for that. But yeah, the one thing that drove me nuts is we're watching like the parents were dreaming and Freddy kills them in their dreams. Freddy kills kids and teens in their dreams, not the adults. He stays away from them. What the fuck were you guys thinking? Yeah. Overall, I thought when they fought and stuff like that looked wasn't too bad. There was some good duels and stuff like that, I guess you could say. But boy, there is some pretty shitty ass wire work done in some of those shots. Holy, it looks so cheesy and ridiculous. And then also yeah, some like the furnace scene and stuff where the furnace falls on Jason, you clearly tell it's full of styrofoam. It's like made of styrofoam. You can see the indents of the styrofoam in it. And I think that was just time and budget reasons they did that and stuff. But for the most part, I thought this film, it's amusing. It's cool to see two titans fight each other. But in the end, I thought it was still, as a film wise, also the human characters had no fucking reason to be in this. A lot of pointless characters, terrible storyline, and overall just watching some giants fight it out somewhat funny and amusing. Like, I'd much rather watch this stoned and make fun of it than watch it as a serious film reviewer and stuff. So it's a good popcorn flick at best. But as a standalone film, I think it's pretty cheesy and probably one of the weaker ones in both franchises. So I'm going to give Freddy versus Jason a 2 out of 5. So yeah, that's what I thought about this film. I don't really think it's worthwhile or anything like that. So if you want to check it out, it is on Netflix right now, and you can also watch it free on Tubi, which I'll link it down below, so you can check it out there if you want to see it, or if you want to relive it or whatever. It'll be linked down below. But also make sure you check out my Instagram. That's where I always post clips of films and review in the future. All my stories have the film time hashtag and subject on film and hashtag, so you're aware of it. Also, my Letterbox is down below. Derek P reviews. That's where I post my first star rating after watching the films. And my Twitter's down below. Reviews _ Derek. So follow me on those platforms. Stay in the loop with this channel. Like this video, share it somewhere people are aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any, and if you have any films or film franchise in any genre and want to hear my opinions on the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. Also, if you want me to do the rest of the A Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, I've only done one so far, the original, and I've only done the original and remake of Friday the 13th so far. So if you want me to do those franchises, let me know in the comments as well. Also, let me know what your favorite one out of each one is too. And yeah, but make sure you subscribe. Hope you find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought checking out, because then also show you my opinions on popular films, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And make sure you ring that bell, because, well, it's Halloween night, so I'll be reviewing what I'm going to be watching tonight. Obviously Halloween, because I never reviewed the original yet. So I'm also watching 2, but I've already reviewed that. So tune in for the Michael Myers original Halloween review tomorrow. I'm finally going to post my opinions on that. So make sure you tune in for that. Watch out for all those evil killers fighting each other and killing off everybody around them at the same time. And I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.